Well, for most of the country, golf season is slowly coming to an end. But in South Florida, tournament season is just getting started. The Dixie Amateur is a historic amateur event that dates back to 1924 at Old Miami Country Club. Since then, the tournament has seen a few different venues and the addition of a senior and women's division. Last year, 14-year-old junior phenom Alexa Pano managed a final round 69 to clinch her first major amateur win, and just enough world ranking points to seal her invite to the inaugural Augusta National Women's Amateur. AmateurGolf.com founder Pete Lakowski caught up with Alexa on the phone and asked her where her Dixie Amateur win fits in among all the victories on her growing resume.
It was definitely one of the bigger ones that were non-junior that I had won.
And did you think that at the time, trying to get into the Augusta National Women's Amateur, that one more victory and something like that might be what it would take to get over the hurdle?
Yeah, I knew going into that event that it was going to be pretty close, but I knew that to get a spot in the event, know that I have it, I would have to win the Dixie, and I knew that going into the event, so that definitely helped push me over the edge to get in.
Did it feel like a home game for you, being that you live, I'm guessing you drove there to the tournament from the West Palm Beach area?
It was a little more of a home game. I mean, it was nice being able to drive. It was only about an hour away, and it's always good to be able to stay at home, but at the same time, I don't get a lot of play on that golf course except for when it is Dixie Am week, but it definitely made a difference being able to stay at home. It was really nice.
That's great. Well, coming down the stretch, it was not a runaway. You've had some runaway victories. You won the Dustin Johnson Jr. by 12 shots. This one wasn't a runaway, and you knew you had good competition. How'd you hold on to that one or two shot lead that you had to carry into those final holes?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that I felt really confident with my game that whole week, and it always is a lot more comforting to not have a big lead coming down the stretch, but I did stretch my lead out, I think, to about 3 coming down the final hole, so I guess at that point it was kind of just about making pars and birdies and a little more safe play. And then the final hole, I know she drained a really long birdie cut, and I made a bogey, which narrowed it down to 1, so thankfully I stretched it out a little bit. But definitely I had a lot of confidence, and it just paid off coming down the stretch, making a birdie and some clutch pars.
Well, excellent. And you put your name on a trophy that's very historic, and also Lexi Thompson, who I'm pretty sure you like a lot, and she's on that trophy with you. Do you know Lexi? Have you played with Lexi? And what's your relationship there?
A long time ago, we played a round when I was just starting golf, barely, and she was just breaking out onto tour, and that was really awesome. But ever since then, she's just blossomed in her career, and I haven't played with her since. But yeah, she's pretty cool, obviously has some amazing accomplishments, and it's an honor to be on such a historic trophy, for sure.
That's neat. Well, how would you compare your game and how you aspire to be? Do you want to be a long hitter that gets it out there and dominates? Do you want to be a finesse player? Is it short game for you? What are the real strengths that you're looking to leverage to be even more successful than you are now?
I think that every time I go out to the golf course, my main goal is to get better in every aspect of my game. And so I guess the overall goal, most people have, is to just improve as much as possible. So I'm always trying to get more distance, and I'm always working on something in my swing. And then when it comes to putting and chipping, you're always trying to get better in those aspects and always working on something. So I guess the goal is just to continue progressing and hopefully end game be good at all of those things, not just one in particular.
Well, there you go. And you're already kind of a movie star. You were in the movie The Short Game. What was that like? And do you recall every part of it, or is it starting to become a distant memory to you?
I remember quite a bit of it. It was a really good experience for me, especially being really young and getting some exposure and learning what it's like to be around cameras all the time. And it was really fun as well. I had a great time filming it, and I remember most of it, and it was usually all positive.
I'm glad to hear that, because junior golf can have a lot of pressure, especially at that age. And you've been under that pressure for a while, but it sounds like you have a smile about it. How do you keep your mind off the game to keep you kind of in perspective that golf is just a game?
Yeah, I think that's something that you definitely can't forget. I'm always trying to have a good balance. Like, I spend a ton of time on the golf course, and I still have to get my schoolwork done, but I think me and my dad both know that it's super important to balance, like, life and all of that, still being able to hang out with people and making sure that golf is still fun and it's not like a chore for me, which it never has been, so that's always good.
Well, the Dixie Amateur 2019, that'll be played in December, and there's obviously plenty of time and probably other tournaments in between. Do you still play high school golf as well? And what's that like for you if you do?
I've never played high school golf. I'm a sophomore, but I've never played it.
Yeah, well, you've gone sort of directly to the Symetra Tour. You've played the LPGA Tour. There's very, very few players at your age that have already not only won some major tournaments, but have competed on all those different stages. And like you said, had a cameras in front of you in a movie. We're just really excited that you're coming back to the Dixie Amateur. AmateurGolf.com kind of has a big part in that, and we look forward to covering it again and seeing you out there. Anything else that we don't know about, Alexa, that maybe you want to share with us? Any particular hobbies you have, or anything that would surprise somebody if they thought about a person that can get in the 60s pretty regularly at tournaments? I definitely am super excited to be coming back to the Dixie this year. It's a great event, and hopefully I'll be back to contend and maybe repeat this year. Wonderful. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. We will see you down in Florida in December, and in the meantime, just really appreciate you being on AmateurGolf.com.